Okay, if you run a local business, coffee shop, a plumbing service, maybe a local clinic, you either live or die by one simple fact. Can customers in your area find you when they actually need you? Today we are going to pull back the curtain and demystify local SEO. Let's just dive right in.
First things first, here's a number that should really grab your attention: 76%. So get this, 76% of people who search for something local on their phone will visit a related business within 24 hours. That's not just a website click, my friend. That's a potential customer, a real person walking through your door.
And that brings us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? Your next customer is probably searching for you right now, but when they pull out their phone, can they actually find you? Or are you totally invisible, buried pages deep behind your competitors who are just down the street?
Don't you worry, because we are going to fix that. Here's our simple roadmap for this whole explainer. We'll kick things off with what local SEO actually is, then we'll cover Google's 3 core rules. And then, this is the good part, we'll walk through the 3 most essential pillars of your strategy: your business profile, your reviews, and your entire online footprint. So, let's get one thing straight right out of the gate. Not all SEO is created equal. The strategy that works for some huge national blog is absolutely not what a local business needs to thrive. Not even close.
And this difference is it's crucial. Traditional SEO, that's like casting a giant wide net, just hoping for website visits from anywhere on the planet. But local SEO, that's a laser beam. It's targeting customers right in your neighborhood, people searching for plumber in Chicago because, their pipe just burst. The goal isn't just clicks, it's phone calls and real-world foot traffic.
Look, to win at local SEO, you don't need to be some kind of tech wizard. You really don't. You just need to understand what Google is actually looking for. And believe it or not, it pretty much boils down to 3 simple rules.
First up, proximity. This one's super straightforward. How physically close is your business to the person searching? Makes sense, right? Second, relevance. Does your online presence clearly, without a doubt, state that you fix leaky pipes when someone searches for that exact thing? And third, prominence. This is basically your reputation. Are you a well-known, trusted choice in your community?
So here's the bottom line: proximity, relevance, and prominence. Everything we're about to talk about is designed to boost your signals in these 3 areas. If you can master them, you're literally speaking Google's language. It'll know exactly who you are, what you do, and why you deserve to be right at the top of the search results. Okay, let's move on to our first big action item. We're starting with the single most powerful tool in your entire local arsenal. I like to call it your digital front door.
And that front door, of course, is your Google business profile. Forget everything else for a second. This quote right here says it all. Getting this profile right is the key to appearing in that super valuable map pack. Those top 3 results that get almost half of all the local clicks? It's a huge deal.
So what does getting it right actually mean? Well, here's your checklist. First, claim and verify it. Then, get hyper-specific with your categories. Don't just say you're a plumber. Be an emergency plumber. Use real, authentic photos, not boring stock images. Fill out every single section. And for the love of all that is holy, please keep your hours updated. Nothing kills trust faster than a customer showing up to a closed business that Google said was open.
Okay, so once your digital front door is looking sharp, it's time to build up that reputation. This brings us to our second pillar, turning your customer reviews directly into revenue and better rankings. What's really fascinating is how you can break down the power of reviews into these tangible goals. Just getting 10 to 15 reviews tells Google, hey, this is a legitimate operating business. Once you cross 50, you start showing up for your most important keywords. And when you hit 100 plus with a great rating, now Google sees you as a market leader. And that translates directly into way more clicks. And here's a crucial pro tip for you. Do not fear the negative review. Seriously, a bad review that you respond to professionally, apologizing, owning the mistake, and offering to make it right, it shows every single future customer that you are accountable. Honestly, it can build more trust than a perfect 5-star record ever could. All right, we've set up our digital front door and we've started building a reputation. The final piece of this puzzle is making sure your business's information is rock solid and consistent everywhere online. This is all about your digital footprint.
So, the key concept here is something called NAP consistency.
It stands for name, address, and phone number, and it means making sure those 3 critical details are written the exact same way, down to the last comma, whether you use street or st, across every single directory from Yelp to Apple Maps and beyond.
So why does this matter so much? Just look at this data. Businesses with a perfectly consistent NAP ranked, on average, 18 positions higher than businesses with messy, inconsistent data. This isn't just a small tweak, people. This is a massive lever for your visibility.
Here's a really simple way to think about it. Every online listing you have is like a digital signpost for your business. Now, if some of those signposts have slightly different addresses or phone numbers, Google gets confused and it starts to lose trust in you. But if every single signpost is identical and points to the exact same place, Google trusts that you are who and where you say you are. Simple as that. So, you've done all the work. You've optimized your profile, you're gathering reviews, you've cleaned up your entire digital footprint. How do you actually know if it's paying off in the real world? Well, the proof is right there inside your Google Business Profile Insights, and you really only need to focus on 3 key things. First, phone calls coming directly from your listing. Second, request for directions. That's a super clear sign someone is literally on their way to you. And third, discovery searches. This one shows you how many new customers are finding you for what you do, not just because they already knew your business name. These aren't just vanity metrics. This is actual business growth. Which leaves us with just one final thought. Local search isn't something you can just put on a to-do list for next quarter. It is happening this very second. Your next customer is searching right now. The only question is, are you ready to be found?